Hey everyone, it's Matt. In this video, I'm going to be talking about the stimulus checks and payment methods, including bank accounts, Direct Express, NetSpend, paper checks, prepaid debit cards, and the Get My Payment tool on the IRS website. Now, yesterday, I released a video talking about individuals, including dependents, adult dependents, child support, payees, and individuals with an ITIN. If you fall into any of those categories, make sure you finish watching this video because this one's going to be just as helpful, but make sure to go back and follow up with that video from yesterday as well with all of that information. My commitment to you is to continue coming back on a daily basis to help you navigate this time. I know there's a ton of information and I want to boil it all down into these short videos. Another thing too, I want to make it very clear. Let's make sure we have all of this stuff set up and your bank accounts in line, all of this stuff set up, because I would be willing to bet we are not done with stimulus checks. We will be seeing more. I'd almost be willing to put some money on that we will be seeing more stimulus checks going forward in 2021. We want to make sure we have all this stuff lined up and perfectly set up so that when it's time for them to distribute the next round of stimulus checks, we can get it as quickly as possible. All right, but anyway, let's jump into the content and talk about payment methods in this dedicated video. So if you're new here, welcome. My name is Matt. I hope you're doing well. Like I just said, I am back on a daily basis as your daily advocate, and I like to also say the underdog advocate. But if you're returning, welcome back. I hope you're doing well and staying safe, and Happy New Year to all of you. If you haven't done so, right below the videos, there's that subscribe button. Hit the subscribe button. Thanks so much for your support. I really do appreciate it, and I just want to continue doing everything I can to help all of you navigate this time and use this platform to reach as many people as I can to help all of you. That's why I do this. I want to help. It's very important to me. All right, let's talk about number one, bank accounts. So when we're talking about the current round of stimulus checks, and like I said, we want to have all this in place so that we're ready for the next round of stimulus checks, which I foresee coming within the next few months here in the early half or the early portion of 2021. But anyway, bank accounts. If you have a bank account set up with either the IRS and or Social Security, you should be receiving your stimulus check into your bank account as a direct deposit. Now, maybe you've already received it. That's great. That means that they have your information and that they are already administering the payment to you. This is good. You want this to be in the possession of the IRS and or Social Security so they can automatically send you the money as quickly as possible. Give me the money, right? Everybody wants the money right now. So how would you have this bank account set up with the IRS? Well, if you file a tax return typically each year, you would typically set up your bank account along with your tax return, simply because if you're expecting a refund, you want your tax refund to be sent to your bank account right away. So that's how you'd have your bank information set up. If you receive Social Security, whether it's retirement, disability, survivors, maybe you receive SSI, VA, or RRB benefits. If you have any of these and you have a bank account set up with them, for your deposits each month, that's good too. They will supply that information to the IRS in order to send you your stimulus check. Now, one thing I want to hit on, if you happen to change your bank account since the first stimulus check now to the second one, okay, if you changed your bank accounts and let's just say you receive, like I said, Social Security, SSI, VA, any of those benefits, and your payments are going into that account, you should be good to go. There shouldn't be any problem with that. They should automatically send your check there. If there's any way, let's say you've changed your bank account in the last month or so, if there's any way that you can possibly leave that old bank account open until you get your stimulus check, that would be best because they're distributing them very quickly right now. So you want to make sure you can grab that. Right now would probably not be the best time to be changing a bank account until you can grab your stimulus check. At that point, grab the money and then you can probably change bank accounts if that's something you want to do. But considering the time here, now that they're distributing these payments, if they send out a payment and it's to an account that is possibly closed, unfortunately what's going to happen is it's going to bounce back to the IRS, and then at that point they'll either need to check out your new bank account that you've inputted and given to them, either the IRS or Social Security, or they will need to issue you a paper check, and we all know that's going to take longer. So I know that's a little bit confusing, but I hope that all that makes sense. All right, let's talk about Direct Express. Direct Express, just like a bank account. If you have this set up with Social Security or any of those programs that I've been talking about, or if you just have a Direct Express card, that's where you should be getting your stimulus check. Now, many of you have been writing comments down below saying, hey, I have a pending deposit on my Direct Express. It's pending. When will it actually come through? It sounds to me like from the research I've done, it sounds like all those pending deposits on Direct Express should be coming through on Monday, January 4th. Now, of course, I don't know everybody's exact situation. It doesn't mean that every single pending payment will come through on that day, but it looks like the majority of the pending payments that have come, that have been posted to your account over the last few days should be coming through on Monday, January 4th. So, again, continue checking your Direct Express. If you get your typical monthly benefit there, that's where you'll get your stimulus check. If you haven't seen it yet, hang tight. It should be coming through here within the next couple days, sometime this week. Same thing with NetSpend. Exact same thing with NetSpend. If that's where you get your monthly benefit, or if that's where you get your income or any deposits and Social Security or the IRS has that on file with them, that's where you should get your payment. Now, I've actually seen, this is not on my notes, but I want to talk about this really quickly. I've seen a few comments from people saying, I have Chime and I receive my payment in my Chime account. So, cool. If that's what you have set up and that's where you receive payments, that's great. That's really cool too. That's really nice to know that you're getting your payments there. I feel like who cares where you get your payment? As long as you get your payment and you have access to withdraw it and or spend it, that's what we want, right? We want the money in your possession as quickly as possible. We want them to send you the money as quickly as possible. All right, so I hit on bank accounts, NetSpend, Direct Express. Let's talk about paper checks. Paper checks, those were first going to be distributed as quickly as, what was the date that day? The 30th. Was that the 30th? Yes. December 30th was the first date that they were going to be sending out paper checks. So, for those of you who may have not received a direct deposit yet, just recognize you could be receiving a paper check. Those probably will start arriving sometime this week. I would expect possibly like mid to late this week, you should start to see those paper checks in your mailbox. Even if you are not expecting a paper check, if you have not received your payment yet, continue checking your mailbox just in case for some reason they're sending you a paper check versus a direct deposit. We don't know why. We don't know the rhyme or reason why they've done this, but with the first round of stimulus checks, they did the exact same thing where you were expected to receive a direct deposit, but yet you received a paper check in your mailbox for some unknown reason. So continue checking your bank accounts and your mailbox for a paper check. Those should be, the first wave should be arriving possibly this week, midweek to late week. I would anticipate that first wave should be coming through. Now, let's talk about those prepaid debit cards. That's another thing. Remember from the first round of stimulus checks, there was a wave of those prepaid debit cards that went out. Those are also going out this time as well. I'm not sure how they determine who gets a paper check and who gets a prepaid debit card. I'm not sure the rhyme or reason, again, behind that, who gets what, but they are sending those out once again. So continue checking your mail very, very closely over the next couple weeks. If you have not received your payment in the form of a direct deposit or paper check, just recognize it could be coming as one of those prepaid debit cards. It's going to show up just like a credit card in an envelope. It'll look like like a credit card, but open it up and make sure that it's legit. It sounds like there should be some type of IRS official seal on the envelope, but at the same time, maybe it could be arriving in something more generic. So my point is, please check your mail very closely, scan your mail closely, because unfortunately, if you accidentally discard that and you accidentally discard it, what's going to happen is we'll have to reissue another payment, and that's going to take several more weeks. So just check it very closely. So I hope that makes sense on the paper checks, the prepaid debit cards, all that stuff. Just, you could receive either one of the two. I'm not sure why they send one or the other. I honestly don't even know. I don't even know if they know why. You know how that is? All right, let's talk about the Get My Payment tool for a minute. So the Get My Payment tool is a portal on the IRS website where you can track your payment. For those of you who have not received your payment yet, you can track your payments on this Get My Payment tool. However, I just checked literally minutes before I started recording. I just checked the portal. It is still down. It is not up. It was supposed to be up at the end of last week. It didn't go up. It's not up yet. I just checked it, and it still says portal is currently down. So continue checking it. Based on what they said, it should have been up by now. I'm not sure why it's not up, but it should come as no surprise that there's a delay. So continue checking it. If you have not yet received your payment, at some point that portal should be up here within the next couple days. Hopefully as soon as possible, hopefully tomorrow. But that portal will give you evidence into when you should receive your payment and how it's going to arrive. Whether it's going to be a direct deposit, it'll say right on there, it should be direct deposited into blank account. So I hope that makes sense. Or it'll say paper check, sent out blank day. It'll give you the date that it was mailed out. So keep an eye on that as well. One more thing, for those of you with Direct Express, this came up a lot with the last stimulus checks. If you check the Get My Payment portal on the IRS website when it's back up and running, and it gives you an account number, the last 4 digits do not match the account number on your Direct Express card. There was a ton of questions about this, and I feel this is the reason why, and I actually talked to somebody from Direct Express, and this is what they told me. They said, the number on your Direct Express card is actually not the same account number that you have in the back end. So let me give you a quick example. Within Direct Express, you have an account, right? It has a specific account number, but the number on your Direct Express card does not actually match the number on your card and the bank account, or the account in the back end. Those two numbers do not match. So if you look at your at the Get My Payment portal, and it gives you 4 numbers that don't match your account number on your card, don't freak out about that. It's because they have it actually 2 separate accounts, if that makes sense. Like the account that they have set up is actually a different account number than the one that actually appears on your card. So there was a ton of questions about that for the first round of stimulus checks, because people were saying, hey, I'm supposed to get it on my Direct Express card. The numbers aren't matching. Is it going to somebody else? And when I talked to that person from Direct Express, they said, no. It's actually going to the person. Just the account we have set up on the back end is not matching the numbers on the card. So it's just for privacy reasons, for security reasons. That's why they do that. So I hope all that makes sense. Again, if you have any questions pertaining to adult dependents, child support, payees, ITIN individuals, go back and check out my video from yesterday. I talked about all of those categories. I will have more follow-up videos to this one to help you navigate this time and to make sure that everybody is set up so that when the next round of stimulus checks is set out to be distributed, everybody can get them as quickly as possible. Also, if you have not received your stimulus check, either the $1,200 in 2020, I will have a follow-up video to this talking about what you can do to get that here in 2021, how you can get that payment. So I hope you have a nice day. I hope this video helps you out. Make sure to subscribe if you haven't done so already, and feel free to share this video with your friends, family, and or social media, because there's a lot of people out there looking for support during this time, and I want to be that guy. So thanks again for your continued support. I truly do appreciate it. Have a nice day, and I'll catch you again here this afternoon. Thanks, everybody. I'll see you later. Thanks.